Okay, so now you're thinking, I know the different types of floor mats available. I know why I need them. I know what the service is. So who should I partner with? What type of company should I be partnering with for floor mat service? So there's a couple things that you want to take into account here. The first is there's a lot of there's probably a couple choices depending on where you are, but one might be a local company like Rentware, where we're located in North Canton, Ohio, and we only really service Northeast and Central Ohio, or a national company somewhere else like Cintas or something like that, where they're headquartered in Cincinnati, but they can serve you from Canada to California to New York and Florida, really wherever you are. So as a local company, though, we like to think that there's a couple benefits to partnering with a family-owned or local company. One of which is being you're supporting the local economy. So when we live in the community just like you do, we support our customers' businesses as often as we can, whether it's eating at the restaurants or buying supply or something like that from them, because we appreciate that they support our business as well. And then another benefit of local and family-owned companies is the service side, because at national companies, oftentimes you have to call in if there's a problem and you get an automated answering service. You don't really know who to talk to or if your problem's going to be solved. Whereas with a company like us or another local company, you're probably going to have the phone number, the cell phone number of your sales or service rep, who, if you're missing something or if there's an issue or you just have a question or something, you can get it resolved probably that day or as soon as possible, which is always comforting to know. But other than local versus national, there's a couple other things that you want to take into consideration when you're deciding who to partner with for floor mat service. One of which is product quality, so always make sure that you see the mats ahead of time. Make sure that they're not tore or ripped or anything like that, and they look good and you're comfortable having them on the floor of your business. Service quality, like I kind of already touched on, but just make sure that you feel confident that that company is going to be there for you if something happens or you need something changed or you have an emergency or something like that. Make sure that you're partnering with a company that's going to have your back in those situations. And that going on top of that, don't just take the salesperson's word for that. For it, make sure you're looking into the company's reputation on their own. So on your own, so looking at online reviews or talking to other customers that you may know, or even just asking that salesperson, hey, do you have any case studies I can read or testimonials I can read, or even better yet, do you have a phone number of someone I could call or an email of someone I can email? Just ask about your service so that you can get that first-hand customer experience, because that's always gonna go a little bit farther than a salesperson telling you that their service is great. And then the last thing to consider is proximity. So if you're in California and you have to call a company in New York to solve your problems, it might take a little bit longer than if you're in Cleveland and you have to call a company in North Canton like Rentware, where we're an hour away, and if we need to run something up to you, we can be there within an hour. And that's why proximity, I think, still is important even today's connected time. So obviously there's a lot to take into account when you're thinking about who to partner with anything, floor mats included, but I think those things that I mentioned are a really good place for you to start when you're starting to think about who should I partner with for floor mat service.